At usaping US travel ban pa rin, nag-react po ang mga manlalakbay sa Estados Unidos sa proklamasyon ni Pangulong Donald Trump ukol sa pagharang sa mga mamamayan ng 12 bansa na makapasok sa US. Narito pang report ni Rose Papa Angeles.
Ang travel ban directive ni Pangulong Donald Trump ay bahagi ng immigration crackdown ng administrasyon nito mula nang maupong muli sa pwesto. 12 bansa ang nasa listahan ngayon ng mga hindi maaaring makabiyahe papasok ng Estados Unidos. Kabilang ang Afghanistan, Myanmar, Chad, Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan at Yemen. Samantala, ang pagpasok ng mga mula sa Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan at Venezuela ay bahagyang hihigpitan. Magsisimula ang proklamasyon mula 9 ng Hunyo 2025. Ayon sa order, ang visas na inisyu bago ang petsang ito ay hindi babawiin. Samot-saring reaksyon ang mayroon mula sa US travelers. Ayon kay Suleiman Kenny na kababalik lang mula Uganda at Kenya, sa kalaunan walang magandang maidudulot sa US ang travel ban na ito.
Everything that Trump does is what is the overall strategic approach. Like, I understand sometimes you might have to do certain things, but I think you cannot see the big picture as to what exactly we are trying to do. And then secondarily, we seem to be isolating ourselves from the rest of the world. And I think, from where, I just came back from Africa, and what you see there is a higher presence for the Chinese, for example, when you don't see any United States presence. So wherever we draw back, I think the Chinese and other countries kind of fill in the gap, which is not good for, from my point of view, not good in the long term for the United States.
Para naman kay Avi na naninirahan ngayon sa South Africa, tila may ka-OA-yan ang pagtuturing ni Trump sa kanyang posisyon. Kabilang na ang mga hakbang nito ukol sa paghaharang sa ibang bansa na makapasok sa US.
Very happy that President Trump is in office, and I certainly would have voted for him as well, but living in South Africa it's difficult to, and I think he was right in looking at the human rights factor in South Africa. As far as the whites are concerned, is 100% correct on that. I'm living it. I was there since before Mandela came out. When Mandela was there, it was a glorious era for everybody. We were expecting a civil war. But President Trump has come into office, and I think he's exaggerated his position. He is a statesman. He loves to make good deals, and he has made a lot of good deals. But I really think that he's overreached his boundaries, his limitations. He's got to know that, send people there. They don't want to go there. All right, I understand. There are certain countries that he has to ensure that there's no danger to America. America is first. I agree, but I feel it's exaggerated.
Hindi naman nagulat si Kenny sa desisyong ito ng Trump administration.
Frankly, it's not unexpected because he did it the first time, so it's not unrealistic that he'll do it again. But I think the countries that have been banned, I don't know what kind of threat they pose to the United States. Specifically countries like Sudan, Yemen, and Congo, for example. I don't know what they have to do with the national security of the United States.
Para kay Avi, maraming katanungan ang bumabalot sa travel ban na ito na anyat hindi sana'y gawing panglahat.
For me, it's questionable because there are so many people living here that have relatives there, cannot afford to go back there. It might be dangerous for them. So, look, they have to check up. If somebody's coming for a visa, go to the State Department. Who are you? What are you? Are you dangerous? Do you belong to a... And then, I understand. But it cannot be a blanket. It can't be a blanket decree that nobody can come from there. We can't have you. We don't want you to step foot into our country.
Tinawag naman ni Deidre Sheets na pagpapalala ng salungatan ng aksyong ito ng US.
It's just unfortunate. When we break down dialogues and the exchanges and the mutual experiences, then it escalates conflict, in my view. So it feels ignorant. on multiple levels. Culture's complex. I just wish we could do a better job at having more quality dialogues around why things are a certain way and how we can work together. That's just my training and my background.
Subalit hindi man sumasang-ayon si Sheets sa travel ban, tulad ni Kenny, ay hindi na nagulat ito sa proklamasyon ng pamahalaan.
I'm not surprised. Do I agree with it? No. I'm a global citizen. I've traveled a lot of countries. So people are people. I know that could sound naive, but I know a lot of people from what it sounds like the countries are, from the countries that sound like they're being banned, and it's unfortunate. It limits the dialogue for cross-cultural communication, building understanding and trust.
Ngunit para kay Kenna Davis na mula sa Seattle, Washington, kung ang hakbang na ito ni Trump ay para sa ikabubuti ng Amerika, suportado niya ito.
I do not. I think long as they do what's best for America, I'm with it.
Rose Papa Angeles para sa Mata ng Agila International, trusted, connected, on point.